there were so many memories that it's hard for me just to condense them down. But some of the things that happened too was when we took over the church at the Heights and began to pastor there, well, I taught the young married people's class, and we had a large class, and they were all so cooperative about everything, and they wanted to do things. So we would go out before camp meeting would start and whitewash the trees. And we'd take buckets and brooms, and then we'd have watermelons to eat, and of course they sometimes had watermelon fights. But then the one thing I really remember was one time when we were doing this, well, Red Morthland was cleaning up the buckets and the brooms and over there at the little hydrant. And so I was so thankful he was cleaning it all up. But the next thing he did, he turned the hose on me and soaked me from head to foot. And I got a sore throat and couldn't sing in the choir that year, because I always loved singing in the choir. And it's something I wish we'd still do, is all the churches combined in the choir. I think it's just beautiful to have the unity of all the churches doing that. I also helped in the dining hall. I baked pies. And Bertha Sires and Merle Gully and Betty Wall and so many of the church would pitch in and help. And then back then we didn't have a dishwasher. So a lot of us would end up in the kitchen after dinner washing and drying dishes. And I remember Linda Clayton. And back then, Linda was about as big around as a pencil. She was so dead. But we'd get to fighting one another with the tea towels. But I just always, my heart just was so thrilled when I knew it was camp meeting time. But the one thing, too, that I remember about all those years is the altar services. And the altar being filled. And I remember Brother Fuller getting happy in the Lord and jumping around even on the pews, and Leland Hale dancing up and down the aisles, and people shouting and praising God. And I want to say to the generations to follow, please keep your eyes on Jesus and follow him. Keep this camp meeting going and reaching out to the souls that need Jesus. And I just thank all of you for listening to an old lady, because God has blessed me and been so faithful. I could never praise and thank him enough. Thank you for listening.